Andrew here from Underground Training, and this is the mining industry news for new starters, when we bring you up to speed on what's going on in the industry so you can educate yourself and get that mining job quicker. So first off in the industry news, we're going to talk about Macmahon's getting a new contract in Kalgoorlie and how that's going to mean that they're going to need a lot more people. And then we're going to talk about how the S11 isn't a nationally recognised qualification for mining. It's only required for coal in Queensland. But first, let's jump over and have a look at what's going on with Macmahon's. So if we come over to international mining, you see Macmahon's has picked up a contract for $55 million for a year's worth of work with Black Cat Resources at this shallow open pit that they're going to turn underground. So that's going to be a full contract, and it's going to start from a portal and work all the way through. So within 12 months, this will go from a site that'll probably have 20 to 30 people on it to a site that's probably got a couple of hundred people on it. So when we talk about development of a job and your career, you need to be looking at the areas of the industry that they actually need people. And at the moment, that's the hard rock underground side of the industry. And if you type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up. And we'll have a look at them in a little while. So you can type underground into Seek and you'll see all the jobs come up. But the next thing I wanted to look at is I Googled entry-level mining courses just to see what would come up. And this actually came up. Standard 11 Mining Induction. This is a mandatory induction course that provides fundamental safety training for new entrants for the mining into the mining industry. Now, they've got it off this website here in Civil and Safety, but as you can see from the page, it's obviously a training company in Queensland that's specialising in coal mines. But it does say down here that the S11 is a mandatory training course covering the fundamentals of mining operations and safety. It's the very first course that you should complete if you're new to mining. No, it's not. The S11 is only for coal in Queensland, and you only have to check out a couple of job ads to see that you don't actually need an S11 to get a mining job, and it's not going to help you. So if we type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up, like I said, and there's lots around the country. And we won't pick one from a state outside of Queensland. We'll actually pick a job from inside of Queensland. So that's this Nipper's job in Queensland. So according to that website there, you should require an S11 for this job. But if you go down and have a look at what the requirements are, it's just previous underground experience is beneficial, so that means that they'll take new starters because they know they're probably not going to get somebody. C-Class manual driver's license is essential, that's a must. Working at heights is beneficial. Queensland explosives security clearance is beneficial. And ability to pass a medical. That's it. There's no S11 on there. And that's in Queensland. So the only time that you need to use an S11 is if you're going for a coal mining job in Queensland. So if you're trying to get into the mining industry, you need to understand that when you see something like this where it says that the standard 11 is mandatory, then the people that are writing that, they don't know much about mining. And, you know, when you go to a company like this and you are trying to interact with people that are supposed to be helping you get a job, it doesn't exactly inspire confidence when they're telling you that you need a mandatory requirement that's not a mandatory requirement. So just make sure you do your research when you're trying to get into the industry. Have a look at the job ads. It's the same thing. If you type mining truck into Seek, you'll see all the truck jobs come up, but the majority of them are hard rock underground. They're not surface trucks. And again, if you click any of these truck driving jobs, like the underground truck job with Macmahon's, because they're going to be ramping up like we talked about, so they're going to be looking for people. You know, it's desirable. You know, truck driving experience is desirable. A manual driver's license is essential. You know, previous Nipper experience is desirable, but nobody's asking for an S11 because they don't need it. And, you know, it drives me nuts. If you've got somebody telling you that an S11 is a mandatory requirement for the mining industry, you've got somebody that doesn't know anything about mining, and they're not going to be able to help you. All they're going to do is help you waste a whole heap of your time, and they're not going to help you get into the industry. If you want to get into the industry, there's only two places that are currently looking for people at the moment, and that's the hard rock underground gold and copper mines around the country. So these are all the hard rock underground gold and copper mines around the country that need people. And exploration. Those are the two places that actually need bums in seats at the moment. And the reason that it's copper and gold is because the gold price is over $5,200 an ounce Australian, and the copper price is up around $1,500 a tonne Australian. And so that's why they need people on all these mine sites around the country, and this is where you're going to get your job. And the easiest way to get yourself a job is to educate yourself. You can do that using our DIY package. It's got full instructions on how to redo your resume and interview prep. We teach you how we drill it, how we charge it, how we blast it, how we bog it out, put the ground support in, make the levels, turn them into stopes, and backfill it all with paste and leave it how we found it. And then it does a deep dive into all the entry-level jobs, so you can actually have a conversation with the foreman in the interview for one of these many jobs that are around. And when you can hold the conversation with the foreman in the interview, that's how you're going to get yourself a mining job. And again, this is a dump truck operator job in Queensland, and guess what? There's no S11. You just need some previous underground truck driving experience is preferable. Nobody's looking for anything like a S11 with any of these jobs. The reason why is because S11s are only mandatory for coal mining in Queensland. That's it. Can't even use it in coal mining in New South Wales. I hope you found that information helpful. Please do your research. You can have a look at this blog that I wrote. There's two places that they need people in the industry at the moment. It's hard rock underground and surface exploration. And there's lots of jobs in those places. Not so many jobs in the other places for new starters because they've got a lot of experienced people to choose from. But that's your way into the industry where they're actually opening mines up and they're needing people. That's the industry news. I hope you found that information helpful. If you've got any questions that you want to ask about the industry, please send them through. And if you want to check out the training, you can check out the training at undergroundtraining.com.au. Or if you want to talk to somebody that knows how the industry works, the phone number's at the end of the video.